What's up, everyone? John Ferrara here, the one and only Instagram man. And recently I asked my audience, what are you currently struggling with when it comes to Instagram? And one of the repetitive answers that I got was batching content. You know, having enough content for the week, having enough content created in one day to last you 7 days and all that. And, full transparency, I don't batch my content. I usually post or create the post half hour to an hour before it actually goes live. Do as I say, not as I do. But that doesn't mean I don't know effective batching strategies that I've used and they work really well. That's why in this week's video, I decided to share all this with you to teach you how to batch your content so you can have a week's worth of content in just one day. All right, so let's begin. If you remember in the intro to this video, I asked my audience what they were struggling with. And recently I asked my audience, what are you currently struggling with when it comes to Instagram? Hint, hint. I asked my audience. Instant content idea right there. So I came up with the idea for this video by asking my audience. I just asked them, what are you struggling with when it comes to Instagram? And they said batching your content. So now I have an idea. So when you have that idea of the content, now you have to pretty much put it through a test. And the test is it valuable content? Is it relatable? And is it engaging? I think that the topic of batching content is very relatable because many people in my audience answered with, how do you batch your content? I think that it's very valuable because it's something that they want to know. And I think it's something that they're going to engage with because that's something that they really want. So tip number one, ask your audience what they want to see. That's going to give you a good foundation of the type of content that you should be creating. Number two, I call repurposing. And I'm going to show you down here. So there's this picture right here. Okay. It's a picture of me, but let me show you where I got this picture from. You see, the picture came from a video. All I did was I took a still frame shot of a video that I recorded and I used that as content. That's called repurposing. You can see down here that that's what I was talking about in this Instagram post. Another way that you can do this is if you write a blog post, let's say, and you have a quotable sentence in that blog post, you take that sentence and you create a post on Instagram. And that's very effective for creating content and batching it. What other ways? Well, you can batch your content by doing what I do, royalty-free images. You can see that every other image on my Instagram account is a royalty-free image. I use sites like Pexels, Pixabay, Unsplash. These are all really good sources to find royalty-free images. You can find, hundreds of thousands of images. Choose the ones that you love and you can just use those to have content for the week. I mean, people love these. They're very high quality, right? They're very creative. You can see this looks like a skyline, but it's made out of books. All this content is free and it's at your fingertips. So you can easily go into any one of those websites. You can choose royalty-free images and you can use them as your content for the entire week. The main thing over here is with every single picture, I want you to link something valuable in the caption. So what I do is I usually relate whatever the picture is about into an Instagram tip. For example, you have the emoji, right? You have the emoji and I'm talking about emojis in my caption, right? Do you see the link between the image and the caption? Let me see if I can find another one. Here we have geotags and it's a skyline, right? Here we have a worker bee and I'm talking about putting in the work, right? Do you see how I take my image and then I create a tip around the image? So I make the image and the caption work together, as you can see. But one of my favorite ways of batching content is just looking for inspiration around me. I mean, I'm in the Instagram office, as you can see, but around me is a lot of inspiration. I'm sure that there's a lot of inspiration where you're working right now. All you need to do is just use a little imagination. So let's see how this works. Okay, so about a week's worth of content. Let's find some inspiration. So there you have it. One video, we have a week's worth of content ready to go at your fingertips. It can be that easy. All you have to do is use a little imagination, utilize repurposing, because that's very important, right? A lot of people I know don't think about repurposing their work, but let me tell you, I mean, every time that I need to post something, let's take this video that I'm recording right now, for example. So what I do usually is I take the intro of this video and I post that to Instagram. Let's take this video, for example. I took the intro from that video blog post and I just posted it to Instagram. Instant Instagram content. It's just that easy. It's just me repurposing what I already have and utilizing it on different platforms, right? So if you're writing a blog post, like I said earlier, you can take a quote from that blog post. You can, if you're recording a video like this one, you can take a snippet of this video and post it to Instagram. You can even take something that you've posted on Twitter or Pinterest and you can repurpose that on Instagram. You can take something off of Facebook, post it on Instagram. That's repurposing. And honestly, repurposing has saved me so much time in creating new content because there's so many ways that you can repurpose your already existing content and use it for Instagram. And there you have it. Now you know how to batch content for the week. That's it for this video. Thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching on my blog post, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you have any other ideas or you want to let me know how you batch your content, you can always leave it in the comment section. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you next time.